It's never too late to make this decision. It's something very sacred, something that should be cherished even more, especially nowadays with this whole hookup culture that's so normalized, and casual sex is so normalized, and all of these things, when it shouldn't be. It should be something that's sacred for you and your partner, for you and whoever you're going to marry. And for me, it's very, very, very important, to the point where it's like I've stopped talking to guys that I like so much just because they're not willing to wait, or they're being very impatient, or just, little things like that, or they're being very lustful and telling me lustful things. I stop talking to them completely, or I tell them, hey, this just isn't gonna work. Or even if I notice little things, such as he's following girls, like half naked girls on their Instagram or stuff like that, I do not like that, because a man of God, a God-fearing man would not do that, And it's very important. It's very important that whoever you're dating, you let them know that you are waiting if you do decide to wait. And I highly encourage you to wait, because any girl that I've talked to that has given themselves to men that aren't worth it always regret it. They always tell me, yes, wait, because I regret my first time. I regret doing it with this guy. I regret doing it with that guy because he hurt me, and now I'm like, I just feel a connection with him, and I just feel tied to him in a way. And it's true. It's like you basically soul tie with these people, because you're connecting in that moment, and you're doing energy exchange, energy transfers, whatever. But the main reason why you should wait is because God's up there watching, and he wouldn't want you to just sleep with anyone here. He would want you to wait until the time is right, and until you get married, and until this person is going to be with you for the rest of your life. I haven't talked to anyone for 10 months. I haven't talked to anyone since last year. The last guy I talked to, we had a conversation where I told him that I was waiting until marriage. And he told me he was willing to be patient, and that he really admired that I'm doing that. He said he never met a girl that, hasn't done it before, and that is going to wait. So he was like, I really like that about you. Okay, well, fast forward, he was being very lustful, and I told him, hey, why are you being like this, And we had a very serious conversation, and he ended up telling me that if he's not going to get it from me, he has to get it somewhere else, or he has to get it from someone else. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, why would you say that to me? And then he was like, well, I have to, I have to do, I'm a man. Like, I don't know what you expect, or why you think that I won't be, like, why this isn't going to happen. And I told him, I was like, wait, but you told me that you were okay with it, and that you were going to wait. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, this is, okay. I was like, you told me you were going to wait. And, the conversation kind of just ended there. So then fast forward again, I wasn't, like, he was trying, and I was like, no, like, I can't. And he was like, okay, so when are you going to be ready? When are you going to be ready? Like, is it going to be in 6 months? Is it going to be in 4 months? Like, when? And I just sat there, and I was like, wow. Like, wow, are you serious right now? Like, I couldn't believe it, because I was like, I thought he really liked me, but it really seems like he just wanted that from me. So, but guess what? I still stayed. And I told him, I was like, I thought you were gonna be patient with me. And the conversation kind of just stopped there. Okay, so again, we have the same conversation again. And this time, I was tired of it. I was like, we talked about this already. And if you're not willing to accept this, or just stop bringing it up, or this not being the you know, the main topic of our relationship, I can't be with a lustful man. And he kind of just stared at me and he was like, I don't know what you like, you're never gonna find a guy that doesn't want that. And I was like, I will find a guy that doesn't want that. It's just not you. I was like, and if you're not willing to wait, I can't be with you. And we just sat there in silence, and he dropped me off at my car, and yeah, it was just like a whole thing. We had gone to the gym together, and it was just like, it was so awkward. And I don't know, it was also like something out of nowhere, and it was hurtful, you know. It's not like I didn't care, but also I was very prepared for this because I kept bringing it up and bring it up and bring it up, and it was just something that kept getting brought up. But it was I kind of felt like he was trying to manipulate me into doing it. And he was telling me like, oh, if we don't do this, then you don't actually love me, you don't actually like me, and this will really prove to me that you like me. So girls, just be very careful, very, very, very careful, because I'm so glad I didn't give in, and I'm so glad I didn't do this, because although I really, really like this guy, I wasn't willing to give that part of me just to keep him there. I couldn't. I had already made this pact with God that I was going to wait until marriage, and that I was going to wait until the right person, until I knew this person was the love of my life, and I was going to be eternally with him. So I highly, highly encourage everyone to do this. Even men, I highly encourage men to do this, because it's something so amazing to just be able to wait till marriage with the love of your life. Hold on, hold out, and have this such a strong connection without that part. And when you're ready, when the time comes and you're willing to get married together, it's going to be so much more special, because you guys haven't done it with anyone yet. Or if you did do it with someone, you haven't done it in such a long time that you even forgot how it felt, you know. And then you guys finally do it on the night of your marriage, and it's just something so sacred and something so amazing that I'm so happy that I waited, because now I get to do it. Well, like, okay, that's not the reason why I'm not excited to do it on the day of my wedding. I'm just excited that it's gonna be one and done. Like, the first person ever is gonna be my last, and this is something so special and so amazing. And I'm very, very happy that this happened. You know, that's something that just had to happen to me. That's something that just had to happen to me in my life. There's just things that have to happen, and it's crazy. It's just such a crazy thing. But guys, let's protect our energy. Let's protect ourselves with who we date. If he's not a God-fearing man, if she's not a God-fearing woman, do not even attempt, because this is going to detour you from the path that you're on. And the path that you're on is the path that leads to God. So be careful with who you talk to and who you date, and make sure that they're waiting to marriage as well, because this is super important, and I cannot stress this enough. But love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.